Howdy, y'all.
Hi, guys.
It's Ryan.
And Angela.
From Wherefoot.
Oh, no.
No, RNA Music.
I Superman that.
You did. I'm not in Wherefoot yet, but I am part of RNA Music.
Yes.
Your favorite mom and pop.
You're that one.
That's me. I'm on that shirt.
Yeah.
Your favorite mom and pop guitar shop, music lesson studio, deep in the heart of Texas. Biggest state in America.
Yes.
And yeah, it's time for another episode of Ask RNA. Angela got a haircut. Look at that.
Yeah.
Lovely. curly.
Yes.
And we're going to answer your questions. Come on, let's get started. All right, welcome back. As I said, this is Ryan
and Angela.
And,
Sorry,
yeah.
that's my cue.
You're thinking. Your thoughts were in motion. We have a little guitar shop, music lesson studio, small town East Texas. We teach lessons to kids and adults and beginners and intermediates. People who want to learn to play music.
I don't blame them.
Guitar, bass, drums, piano, ukulele, rock and vocals. That's what we do. And we also occasionally sell stuff. Yeah, but today we're going to answer questions in our 310th episode of Ask RNA. Man, so excited. This 310 is a lot. That's quite a few episodes of Angela and I answering questions.
It's a lot of times sitting in front of this camera.
Yeah. To be fair, though, sometimes you weren't in there.
That's true.
There were some fill-ins.
I would say
every now
maybe
and then.
like 10 times I wasn't here.
There's a couple of times where the bitter bass man filled in for you.
Yeah.
And I've got a standby, Pete. Pete is prepared at any point in time to
that'd be
stand
fun.
in. I know.
That'd be fun. Let's just plan it sometime soon.
We
won't let them know. We'll just plan it sometime soon.
My buddy Pete wants to be a guest host. He will definitely do it if we need it. So, anyways, 310 episodes of Angela and I answering questions from people all over the world. So excited. We're going to get on with episode 310. If you're interested in some merch and you want to support our small little shop in the Gibson studio, get you some swaggity. Links down in the description down below. You can go get you a t-shirt or a cuppy cup, or
not like that.
Not this cuppy cup. I wish I could get these.
I know.
We would sell these.
You should probably Google it.
I tried to Google-ize it.
You couldn't find it?
Couldn't find it. So
Amazon it?
Amazonia, right? That's a pretty rad Texas cup. We have some RNA tiny cups down you could get, some socks and leggings.
Yep.
Women's workout apparel. And guys' shirts. Go down there, get you some if you want to. Or just go ahead and thumbs up the video. If you've ever gotten your beard caught in a tripod for your camera, subscribe. Thumbs up.
Right.
Yeah. That happened to me today. All right. So enough of that stuff. Thank you guys for being here. We're going to get on answering some questions. Try to keep it concise so I don't spend a million hours editing.
Yes, we've already spent quite a bit of time.
If I'll stop talking. All right, first question. Just fun guitar. Have you seen the Fender Troublemaker Deluxe? I just got one. And despite having enough guitars to fill a shop in my collection, it just became my favorite. You know, I love Fenders, and this has the classic T-body with the style of an LP custom and the tones of both. Mind blown. Skadoosh. All right, Chris from Englandshire, just fun guitar. I have not seen the Fender Troublemaker Deluxe until I typed out this question about 30 minutes ago, and I was like, let me go Google it.
Yep.
There's one. And yeah, it's basically a telly, but it has sort of the appointments that you would find. It's like a Marvel Comics What If. It's like alternate universe. What if? I forgot there was something in the title about it. You know, parallel universe, parallel galaxy.
Right.
If a telly came with, you know, the block inlays, the ebony fretboard, binding,
did all that stuff.
humbuckers, like it was a Les Paul custom. Looky there, Fender copycatting Gibson.
But have you ever seen it in apparently not.
I've not seen one in person, no. I had to go look at it. I was like, oh, cool.
Cool.
I don't think I want that.
All right.
Personally. But there was one Fender guitar that a friend of mine had, and he gigged with it, and it was a Korean-made, made in Korea, like a custom telly, where it was mahogany body. It might have had a maple cap, but it was not a bolt-on. It was a set neck, you know, and it had 2 DiMarzio humbucker pickups in it.
Yeah.
Pickups in that sucker. Jimmy Bailey, him and the bitter bass player had a country band. They played together. Jimmy Bailey and the Aristocrats. Aristocats. Crats? It was the Crats. Aristocrats.
Something like that.
Not the Disney movie about the kitty cats. But okay. So Jimmy had that, and I came in and I restrung it for him and set it up and stuff. And I was like, ooh, I like this telly. Humbuckers. But it was the set neck. See, I don't really like... Bolt-on necks are not my favorite. So that was... that's probably a deal breaker for me on that one, actually, just fine guitar. But I have seen an actual Fender branded telly that was very much in my wheelhouse of that Les Paul humbucker thing, but it was the set neck, and that really got me.
Yeah.
I think he sold it. I'm like, dang it, Jimmy, you should have let me know. That would have been a telly I kind of would have rocked out a little bit, but. You guys, have y'all seen the Fender Troublemaker Deluxe? Troublemaker is just like they're tempting Gibson. Sue us. Sue us, Gibson. Just do it. Come on, because Fender is significantly bigger company than Gibson. And I think they got way more money than Gibson. So Gibson's probably not going to sue Fender. But thank you for the question. Just Fun Guitar. Next question. Comb Cross. Hashtag Big Four. So Coss.
Not Cross.
It used to be Cross.
Oh.
I think it used to be Cross. Comb Cross? I could swear it used to be Comb Cross. Comb! Hashtag Big Four. So why all the acoustics? Are you expecting a cowboy convention? Oh, the possibilities. RNA branded Stetsons, gun holsters, silver buckled belts, and snakeskin boots. That's the merch we want to see. Excellent. Thank you, Comb. Yeah. Why all the acoustics? We're down one. I actually sold one yesterday.
Yeah.
Was it yesterday? Day before yesterday. Well, first of all, we've been sold out of acoustics for a long time, and I've not been able to get any because everybody's sold out everywhere.
Yeah.
Most of the suppliers, but I was able to actually finally get some. Like last week, they showed up like in 2 days. It was super awesome. I was like, oh my gosh, because usually when we order stuff from suppliers, it can be 4, 5, 6 business days for us to get it. Those showed up fast. But the reality is acoustic guitars still outsell electric guitars significantly, which is a hard lesson for me to learn because back in the beginning when we first started, the first thing I did was order like 12 electric guitars because I'm like, yeah, electric guitars. And then come to find out, I'm like, yeah, people do buy electrics for sure, but way more people buy acoustics. Yes. And so if you're starting a guitar store and you've never done it before, and you're
in Texas,
or the South,
get your hands on.
You better get some acoustic guitars, and then worry about the electrics, right? So, thankfully, we were able to finally get some, and that's why we're here. As far as any RNA branded Stetsons, gun holsters, silver buckled stuff, we're probably not going to do that. I did used to actually make some leather stuff. Handcrafted leather guitar straps and wristbands that I made. Actually, before we ever started R&D Music, that was kind of a little side hustle thing I was kind of messing with. Yep. Lolly's Leathers, I think is what I called it.
Something like that. RNA Design.
Yeah, RNA Designs. Yeah, actually it was. I think it was Lolly Leathers, and then maybe it was RNA Designs. Yeah, before there was ever RNA Music, there was RNA Designs. I have a guitar pick somewhere that says RNA Designs. It's in a special box.
I remember.
Somewhere. You do remember. You know things.
I'm cool like that.
Yeah. But I come to find out it's super time consuming, just like Angela's crochet business. Incredibly time consuming to actually legit handcraft leather stuff.
Right.
And it's really not, you really can't sell it for what it's worth in your hours man time. So I don't really do much leather stuff, but maybe we could farm out some RNA cowboy hats. We'll have to look into that. All right, thanks for the question, Comb. Next question. Jack the Rabbit. Hey guys, nice acoustics you got there. Are they Jasmine by Takamine? It's hard to see the label inside. LOL. Sorry, it's my alarm. And that goes along with the very next question. Terry Starks also said, hashtag Big Four, hashtag Big Trucks. Are those Washburns behind you on the acoustic wall? Right, no, these actually are Jasmine by Takamine. They are Jasmine acoustic guitars, which is the sort of the affordable line of Takamines, just like you have Epiphone to the Gibson and Squire to Fender and LTD to ESP. Takamine, arguably one of the biggest acoustic manufacturers in the world, does have their own line of sort of budget-friendly acoustics. And yes, they are in fact Jasmine guitars. I was hunting my my supplier for Washburns because obviously we have been Washburn dealers for forever. And I go on the dealer portal and I look at what they have in stock, and zero Washburn acoustics available to order. Nothing. But through this particular supplier, Washburn no longer sells direct. They pretty much only sell through a distributor, which I don't usually like to use distributors because you pay a little bit more. And the majority of companies you can buy direct from, you just have to pony up a pretty significant buy-in order.
Good chunk of change.
Which is a challenge sometimes. But through this particular supplier who handles Washburn, they also handle Jasmine stuff. So I thought, ooh, look, oh my God, they actually have some acoustic guitars. Because everywhere else I've called, every company I've talked to, no acoustics. And so they must have got just a big container in. So I'm like, let's order these.
Right.
And we got them in, and I was like, hey, these are great. Like, for the money, these are great, particularly for a beginning guitar player starting your journey. So I'm pretty happy. I'm going to have to order some more.
Yeah.
Because we sold one like pretty fast, and like that's the point. And the fact that everybody else that I've talked to still seems kind of sold out, we might want to jump on and kind of just stockpile some Jasmine. Stockpile like it's the end of the world and you need bottled water and bullets, right? So thank you, Jack the Rabbit. Thank you, Terry Starks. You nailed it. You're probably going to see more acoustics soon. All right, next question. Pat Delaney says, how about an RNA Music Spotify playlist that viewers can put their Big Four music into? Share the music with each other. Hashtag Texas Trucks. Hashtag Big Four. That was a great comment. Because people can have, like, I think Ola England has a Spotify list where all of his viewers throw up like heavy metal stuff. They're like, oh, you should listen to this, right? And he'll go through it and he'll be like, let me check out this, and he'll go listen to the stuff. So, do you Spotify very much?
Yes, I do.
Sauce?
My podcast is on Spotify.
That's right, but do you use it for music?
Yes, I do. I have like four albums, like list of things, stuff from like the 90s that I like to listen to, because sometimes they'll play through the 90s and on Pandora, but it won't go, it's like hit or miss. But you can actually grab songs that you actually like and remember and love and make a playlist of just the 90s songs that you love. Worship, Motown, R&B, like I have little playlists and stuff.
I'm looking to see, I don't even know if I have Spotify. I got Marco Polo, I got Snapchat, TikTok. Do I have a Spotify? iTunes Store.
I don't see it. Yeah, right there.
Oh, looky there. I do have. Angela closed all 3 activity rooms. Made for RNA Music, Daily Mix 1.
Those
Last
are their
chance
suggestions
for 3 months of premium. But we could create our own Spotify playlist. There's Ola's right there. Daily Mix 2.
There you go.
No, wait. That's not. He's just in that one.
Oh, because you.
Recently played. Ola England Radio. Ola England. I never look at Spotify. I hardly ever do. Cool. You got commercials. You got to listen to commercials, though, don't you?
You can do like you on Pandora, where you pay a subscription is like $7 a month and
no commercials.
No commercials.
Or you can sit through the commercials. Yep. What do you think? Should we create a RNA Spotify list for our viewers?
Sure. I think that would be fun.
Yeah. I'll try to figure out how to do that.
Thanks, Pat.
Thank you, Pat, and we'll share that maybe in the next video or something. So, all right. Thank you, Pat. And that brings us to my newest favorite section of the video, comment of the day.
Comment of the day. Comment of the day, yeah. You make the comment and read the comment.
All right, comment of the day. And I had a brilliant idea, like right before this.
Literally right before this.
Because I think you were walking around in the shop while I was typing this stuff up, and you were just singing random stuff.
Yeah.
What were you singing?
I don't even know.
You sang something about something.
I don't know, talking about food, I think.
I think you were singing about the we had Chicken Express for dinner.
Yeah.
Were you singing about the Chicken Express?
I think so. About my stomach being full.
Yeah, tum is full. I thought, you know what'd be funny? Is if you sang the comment of the day.
Yeah, okay.
So I was like, we're going to write a song right now.
Okay.
And Angela's going to sing comment of the day. On the spot.
Oh,
not rehearsed.
I
Right?
hope it goes well.
Okay, here we go.
I need some groove music. Mr. LD. Everyone I like is dead. Angel comes through again. Let's get those t-shirts popping. T-shirts popping. Big trucks.
Yeah, all right, comment of the day. Mr. LD, everybody I like is dead. In quotations. Angela comes through again. Let's get those t-shirts popping. Yeah, because the quote before that was, what was it? Oh, I'm a people person, but I don't like people.
Yeah.
I think that was the week before that. Comment of the day. No, random Angela thought of the day.
Random Angela blurb. This is why I'm not allowed around the public. No, I just, yeah.
I had a moment earlier today when with the boys we went to a yard sale. Mm-hmm. We bought some sweet furniture that was crazy heavy for Angela because Mama wanted it.
Yes.
And we loaded all this stuff, and I was talking to Nicholas because some of the stuff was in his truck, and the boys, Aiden and his cousin Sean, were in the truck I was driving. And, it was hot and sweaty. Anyways, I go and get the truck. We get ready to drive off, and Aiden's like, "Why is everybody ugly?" And I was like, "What?"
Oh, my son.
Because there's, people shopping at this garage sale. And he's like, "Why is everybody ugly?" And I was like, and then what he's like, you'd think in a like predominantly white neighborhood, middle class neighborhood, there'd be more attractive people. I laughed so hard. I was aggravated at him already because he wasn't doing his part, helping load the car. So I was already kind of peeved. Mm-hmm. I was miffed a little bit at him, and then we got in the car. The first thing he did was crack me up, and I was like, "That sounds very much like a Patrick Star." Maybe it's because you're ugly. And of course, we started driving off. I was like, "Well, it's because there's not enough brown people, Aiden. It's like brown people are sexy. I mean, just
brown people make the world just
right. I mean,
it's like seasoning.
I mean, you've got different levels of sexy and unsexy in every demographic, but it seems like there's, black don't crack. It's just.
I mean, there's some ugly brown people, but let's not get into that.
Yeah. There's ugly everywhere.
It's ugly everywhere.
Apparently at our garage today, it was mostly ugly.
Apparently. Unfortunately.
Cracked me up. All right. So, why is everybody ugly? All right. Comment of the day, impromptu musical style, because people are always asking, y'all should do some songs. Y'all should.
Yeah, that was just off the top of our head.
Yeah, that way at least we won't get a copyright strike.
We didn't practice that. Just
no. Yeah, that was my thought. I was like, I'm going to play some chords and see what she does with it, because you sing all the time.
I do.
Just randomly. In the kitchen, in the living room, walking down the street, in the car, just whatever. So.
Well, I hear beats and tones to like everything. My biggest thing was, our dryer growing up would have just this like constant like knock, knock, not, and I ding, 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 ding. So I would think of the song Pretty Woman. Yeah. So I hear it just like in everything. Like I can.
Everything has a rhythm.
Yeah. Or a note or a pitch or something.
Even a buzzing light will have a pitch.
I literally, I can hear that too.
Pitches. Lights got pitches. All right. Thank you, Mr. LD. Comment of the day. Let's move on. Concise. Walking Dead with the next question. Hashtag Big Four. Hashtag Mac and Cheese Quest.
I just ate some.
We just had some. All right. So I don't think I ever asked, what were y'all's thoughts on Falcon and the Winter Soldier? I think we're far enough out at this point to disregard spoilers. All right.
Yes. Maybe.
Spoilers, no spoilers. We're about to talk about the Disney Plus series Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Spoilers, you've been warned. Here we go. What'd you think?
It was okay. I liked seeing the characters again. I've been enjoying seeing the characters again act outside of just Avengers. But yeah, it was okay. I didn't like. I don't like anything being politicized. I don't like it. I just don't.
Politics.
Yes.
Politics in the movies.
I don't like the politics in the movies. I don't like them pushing Black Lives Matter type stuff. And there's no point. But the fact that that's how aggressive I'm about it.
You're feeling it.
I'm feeling this. The fact that they made Sam's, is that right? Sam? His character more personable, and I love because he's just a regular guy. He's not a freak of nature.
No superpowers.
No superpowers. He's just a regular man.
He's not even as smart as Tony.
Right, but he's just a regular guy, and I love that they brought that back home. I'm glad that they did that. I like that they touched on the first black Captain America to kind of introduce that there has been a black Captain, kind of ish, a Captain America side by side, super soldier. But everything else is pretty good. I mean, for what it was, because there wasn't really a relationship between Bucky and Sam.
Not really.
No.
I mean,
it was like Sam became Cap's Bucky.
He's the new Bucky.
He was like the new Bucky, and then Sam became the new Cap. So it was like, it was an interesting little full circle type thing, but
it was all right.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't like, I look forward to, I can't wait for the next episode. It was just kind of like, what are they going to do? Every episode is kind of like, I wonder what they're going to do next. Interesting. I wonder how they're going to wrap this up. Interesting.
It was worth watching if you're a Marvel fan.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
I guess so.
Because they're like the two least favorite. I mean, I have Falcon right here.
You do have a Falcon button.
I have a Falcon pin.
Yay.
No Bucky pins. And I have a Ant-Man.
You got a Nick.
Nick Fury. Hawkeye. Not Hawkeye. Yes.
Yeah.
And She-Hulk.
no Thors.
No Thors. We couldn't find any Thor pins. But yeah, they're like the least favorite. Like they really didn't do anything in any of the movies. Even in Winter Soldier, it was kind of like, okay.
I wanted to see. I felt like they were saving it for the end, where Bucky was going to really like
tear it
kind
up,
of cut loose and really like kind of show out a little bit. And
I wish they did that more instead of talking so much.
They didn't really. I was like waiting for him, like, because he was kind of unsure of himself the whole time.
Yeah.
He's not the Winter Soldier anymore. He's just Bucky, but the Winter Soldier was a boss.
Yeah. Hopefully they'll do a Captain America movie with Sam as Captain America, and Bucky comes back, Winter Soldier, and they just let loose in a movie.
How'd you like the Wakanda girls, though?
Love that.
That was pretty rad.
That was the best part of the whole thing. When what are they called?
I forget. What's their names? They're like the special guard.
Yes. When they showed up. And she took off his arm. She was just like, clink, 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 clink. Let me have it.
Well, you don't
get this anymore.
She also beat the crap out of budget Captain America.
Yeah.
And they were like, and he was all like, they weren't even super soldiers.
Yeah, bless great value Captain.
Yeah. Great value Captain America was like, he got his butt.
Walmart brand Captain America.
Yeah. Budget Captain America was like, you understand him getting the crap beat out of him by these other people who took the serum.
Yeah.
It's like, well, yeah, they got the super soldier serum. Of course, he's just a normal dude. But then the Wakanda ladies, like, they just normal ladies, just rad, and still beat the crap out of them. You know, it's like, yeah, you think the American Special Forces military is rad. Wakanda forever. You know, it's like, yeah, they took it down. Anyways, we have watched the first 2 episodes of Loki.
Yeah.
Because it's out now. We're not going to give you any spoilers. No spoilers.
What do you think about the 2?
It needs more Thor.
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
Mm-mm.
Yeah?
So far, I don't.
I'm undecided.
It's slow. It feels to me slower than WandaVision.
Really?
Yeah.
See, it took me forever to get
because
to
WandaVision I thought was just kind of cute, and it had that little bit of darkness in it that you were like, ooh, what was that about? But Loki is just like, what? It's freaking Loki. Like, when is he gonna start getting good? He's Loki.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was a spoiler. Just FYI, if y'all haven't watched it, it's slow.
I don't think it's a spoiler. You're not
I don't like Owen Wilson.
As a person or as in this character?
In general.
Just in general. You don't know.
I don't care for him at all. He's hard to look at and he's hard to listen to.
I keep staring at his nose.
Yes, like.
What did he just say something?
I think. Yeah, it's like I feel like the scene in Austin Powers. Nose.
Nobius. Nobius.
I just like, how many times has that thing been broken? Like it looks worse than it's ever looked.
Yeah.
Bless his heart. But yeah, I don't care. I don't care for him.
We'll see.
He's like 52 years old.
That's old.
I didn't know that. Owen Wilson. He's 52. Yes.
I thought he was younger than that.
No. And what's his name? Loki's only 40. He just turned 40.
Yeah.
He's young. Huh. I just thought it was funny.
How about that?
Because I always think of Owen Wilson as somebody like in his 30s still for some reason. I guess because he plays such a
childish,
big baby.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Immature kind of comedy.
Yeah. Slapsticks type stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah. No.
Yeah, it's like Will Ferrell's like 87. Do you know that? But you think he's younger because he's just a goofy goober. Thanks for the question, Walking Dead. Next question. Jeffrey Egan says, speaking of which, there was long stuff, but I chopped it. Speaking of which, daily I see deer, turkeys, and some bunnies and hawks. Mm-hmm. What critters do you regularly see around your house? Mm-hmm. How's ordering new guitar these days? I've heard people talk about wanting a certain type of new guitar from major manufacturers, but no one has any in stock. Mm-hmm. Last year I was looking for a Schecter Damians and Omens, but nobody had any. Our manufacturers still trying to catch up with demand. Okay. Mm-hmm. Jeffrey Eganator. Mm-hmm. Out just funning guitar with the animal questions. Oh. Challenge. Gauntlet thrown down.
Challenge.
What kind of critters do we see around our house?
Bunnies.
Bunnies. I've seen them lately.
Hawks. Buzzards. Snakes. Frogs. We always get lots of frogs in our backyard.
Worms.
Giant worms.
Earthworms. Lots of wormies.
I don't know what size y'all's worms are.
They're not sexist.
Like earthworms. We'll have to get a clip of it. Hopefully maybe tomorrow we'll see an earthworm out if it rains a little bit. They're huge. I mean, all my childhood, we would get earthworms that, they were like this long or maybe even this long. And they'd be slender. These sometimes look like snakes. Baby snakes.
Baby snakes, but they're earthworms.
They're giant. They're giant Texas earthworms to the point where now I have this slight phobia of there being.
I think it's a baby copperhead. Like that's a worm.
The scene in SpongeBob. Oh, this is just the tongue, and the whole thing is the worm. Yeah, I literally think that underneath the ground in the earth, in the hollow earth, is this giant worm just breeding babies, and that's all we know of, or they're just little babies that are coming off of this giant
worm seed.
Like Dune.
The worm side.
Like the thing in Dune.
Yeah.
What
have I seen lately?
Skunks.
Every now and then you get your skunky skunk. I saw a raccoon.
Armadillos.
We got armadillos. I saw a raccoon the other day just scurry right across the road. I was like, oh, look, I haven't seen a raccoon in a while. Mm-hmm.
Saw a herd. Are they a herd? Wild boar? Is it a herd?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Passel of wild boar going to Athens one night.
Oh.
On the side of the road. They were like running at full speed down the...
Really?
Yeah. And I was looking,
That's
I was
why
like...
we have AR-15s.
I literally thought it was just people. Like a group of people. Because it was dark, and it was like, you know, it was dark. It was like 8 o'clock at night or something. And I was like, what is that? And then I see the tail end of it, and I was like, oh my gosh.
It's like a zombie
there was probably
horde.
About like 20 of them.
I think it's called a horde.
A horde?
A horde of hogs.
A horde of hogs.
A horde of Texas hogs.
There you go.
Which is why we have AR-15s.
Yes, because they are ridiculous. You know, they said that there's probably like 100 million hogs in Texas.
Yeah, it's like...
It's ridiculous.
It's off the chain.
Yeah. It's like, it's a huge number of
Then
hogs.
we have to kill them from helicopters with machine guns.
Yes.
Because there's so many hogs that will destroy all the farmland and the crops.
So now they're actually coming up with, like, MIT and the farmer branch, whatever, came up with sterilization to sterilize the hogs. Like pills that they can put out in feeders.
Oh.
That'll actually, it's like birth control.
Hog control.
Like, I'm not joking. I saw that. Like, they were like, yeah, we had to because
it's
they
for
were
the hogs.
destroying...
I'm not going to put it in the water system of our certain towns and cities, right? They can do that.
I'm sure they already do.
I'm sure, yeah.
But yes, that's what we see.
Some of those, some deer occasionally.
Deer.
Occasionally deer. Okay.
What's
Several
that?
hawks lately. That's been interesting.
Yeah.
You saw an eagle.
Yes, I saw an eagle. That's right. On the way to Athens. Again, on the way to Athens. It was on the ground, and I thought, what is that? Again, what is that? And it kind of flew up, and I thought it was a buzzard, but I was like, buzzards don't have white heads, but it was huge. So I was like, what? Oh, it's an eagle. Because we don't really see a lot of eagles around here.
Not a lot.
There was a nest like
not very common.
on the lake a long time ago. Remember, like going to Renee's house?
Yeah.
And there was a nest up in like this, just a stick of a tree. It kind of looked like a tree that had been struck by lightning way too many times. And they had perched up there, but I mean, that was like 10 years ago.
Yeah, you don't see them very often. Not like buzzards. You see buzzards all the time.
We have a plethora.
Texas death chicken.
In our neighborhood. We have a colony. A murder? No, that's crows. Yeah. Congress.
It's a Congress.
It's a murder of crows.
It's a horde of...
Okay. Just come up with names.
A horde of buzzards, right?
Yeah.
Basically. That's about right. Because I've been playing Days Gone where you have hordes of zombies you have to kill and not die from.
And coyotes.
Coyotes.
We'll see those every once in a while.
Thank you for that question about livestock, Jeffrey, and critters. Not livestock. But yeah, as far as ordering guitars, still very difficult. Again, you reference back to the Jasmine thing. The suppliers, or every other brand of guitar they have, 0 in stock. And I'm like, guys. But they have a truckload of Jasmines. I'm like, they must have got a container full of Jasmines.
Yeah.
Because they had like 2,000 of them. I'm like, we should probably order a couple more before they're gone. Because, yeah, I still get weekly emails from Schecter about inventory stocks, and it's pretty low. Yeah. And it's like, oh, and if you want something, it's at least a 6-week wait, even if they have it. So
yeah.
I think it's still a little slow getting stuff. Obviously, it'll catch back up eventually. Eventually, everything will stabilize, I think. But right now, still, yeah, it's kind of difficult getting guitars in. Getting slightly better. We actually have acoustics now. That's what I need to do tomorrow. I need to order like 500 more Jasmine Takaminis. All right. Thank you, Jeffrey. Final question.
Whoop, whoop.
Final question. Topher Taylor, hashtag Big Four, hashtag Texas Trucks. My Big Four that made me want to play would be Pantera, Led Zeppelin, Dream Theater, and Lamb of God. That's pretty good. Pretty big list you got there.
Oh,
Topher.
Dream Theater.
Oh, Dream Theater. You know, I found just the other day one of their records that's just no vocals.
Nice. That's how I
like the entire record. I mean, they have instrumentals on every record. They have an instrumental song or two. And this was one. I forget which one it was, but I looked it up for Brianna because we were talking about Dream Theater and like we don't like the singer very much. But yeah, somewhere on YouTube there's that thing where it has the entire album, no vocals, just everything.
Nice, because they are very talented.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In my opinion, James LaBrie is the weakest link in that band. My opinion. you're free to have your own opinion. All right. Topher says, when do we get to see Angela reacts to Devin Townsend? He's one of my favorite artists. Take care, y'all.
Yeah.
Well, I think we've really only done one Angela reacts video ever. Which, to be fair, I think in the last year or so of Ask RNAs is our highest viewed Ask RNA video. So at the tail end of it,
Yes, we did it.
Angela did a reaction. And there's a little bit of a mini reaction to Devin in there. Is there? Yes, there is. A tiny snippet of reaction to Devi.
Yes.
And that. So, when do we get to see that, Angela?
Well, there's one song that I've already heard of his, so it'd have to be something that I have never heard, because I've listened to him before. So it won't be like I've never heard him before. So
yeah, but you could just be like,
okay,
I've heard this, my husband's played this, but let's do a reaction. Let me react to it for you.
Okay, so you can see how I respond to listening to Devin Townsend. Yeah, we can do that.
Now, I could play, because that one is just him.
Mm-hmm.
But you could do a reaction to him doing it with his band.
Okay.
So, yeah, we could do that.
Okay.
I gotta look up how to do that again, because there's a certain way, because you want the screen to be able to, you want to start and stop it, and then you're speaking over it. There's a certain way. I watched a video the other day about how to do a reaction video, like from a technical standpoint.
Right.
So that everything is synced together and
right.
all that kind of stuff. So I've got to remember how to do that. But yeah, we could do that. That would be funny.
Mm-hmm.
Those get a lot of views. So when you see like vocal coach reacts to Devin Townsend, and the thumbnails are like, it's all these ladies like.
I still hold to my opinion about other home dude. I can't.
He who shall not be named.
Good God.
Yeah.
Someone on TikTok reacted to him, and they were like, "Oh my God, that is the best." I'm like, "Ew, come on, God Almighty."
Clearly, you've never heard Devin Townsend.
But yes. Please, for the love. I just can't.
Won't be doing any more reactions to that. That's for sure. Devin, we could do. That would be fun. Maybe that'll be our new thing. I'm going to pick out songs, rock and metal songs, that like Angela reacts to.
Okay.
But you have to love them all, because if you hate any of them, we're going to get hate mail.
I don't care.
Okay.
I really, honestly don't care.
There's no such thing as bad press.
I'm not scared of anybody, so.
There's that.
I don't care what you say to me.
The
There's
Debbie
literally
thing,
nothing you can do to me.
The Debbie thing will be great because, I already know you like him.
Yeah.
He's good.
I know. I was like, should I say that like right now? Like, I like him a lot. So,
you don't listen to him all the time or anything.
No. But every time, like the one,
he's not on your iPhone.
I don't even know what the name of that song is. That just shows you how little I actually listen to him. I don't even know the name of that song, but I love it.
I do. Yeah.
And like every time I just get into it. So
it's good. So does everyone else who watches that.
I mean, how could you not?
Yeah, how do you not dig that?
Because my vocal, what I like to hear is someone who owns who they are and not try to fit into something that someone else wants them to fit into. That's why I didn't like the other guy, because it was just too comical to me. It was too like a character. It wasn't really him. And that kind of breaks my heart for a lot of vocalists, because literally you'll burn out. No one will care. Everybody who has been anybody became somebody because they were who they wanted to be. They were exactly, in some shape or form. I mean, I think of pop singers like Madonna. I mean, Cyndi Lauper and all of her craziness that she wore, that's just who she is. She hasn't changed. Prince was the same way.
It's taken Devin decades to get to, I would say he's probably at the peak of his popularity now, after being a professional musician for like
right, but
30 years.
In those moments when he's singing, he's like, he owns it. It's just like he's flowing completely from head to toe of all of his talent.
And it's not pretentious.
And it's just like, no, it just exudes out of him. Just this talent. It's impressive. And I like when people walk away from a mic.
He's found his voice.
And yes, and people who engage when it comes off as a natural conversation. Michael Bublé is another one that's like that. Whenever he's singing and whenever the music's just regularly playing, he's having normal normal conversations, like he's in the studio somewhere. And that's what makes him so lovable and so funny and likable. Josh Groban is the same way. Josh Groban will literally, he starts a lot of his concerts coming from the balcony, walking down through and like stopping and sitting next to one of his fans and singing and like serenading her. And he just laughs, and she's just like I'm just gonna throw up my toes. I love you. I love you so much, you know. But he's funny, and he'll sit and talk to the piano player. He'll talk to the band. He's just very nonchalant. Frank Sinatra had that same air about him. Like he just
genuine,
very genuine. Like you came to listen to your friend perform, and that's what makes people iconic. And the other, bless his heart, kid, he's just like someone's puppet, really. You know.
Yeah. It's like going to the circus.
That's why I don't listen to a lot of pop singers, because I'm just like, oh, you're doing what the people want you to do, not what you own to do, like who you own. That's why I love Adele, because her voice is just like raw and just like I remember hearing one of her first songs and I felt like crying, because I'm like, girl, someone did you wrong, because I can feel it in your voice. Like I heard your voice break. I could hear that in that song. Like you started to cry to record that. That wasn't your first take. Like I can hear it, and I love that. Anyways. Yeah.
So we'll make it happen. This should be fun. As soon as I figure out the technicalities of it, to make it, be a pretty seamless video, we should do that. We'll start adding Angela Reacts to. I'm kind of scared actually to do this, to add this to our rotation.
See, he's a people pleaser. I am not.
Yeah. I'm not a people pleaser. I care what people think.
You care what people think way too much.
Probably so.
You take it too personally. That's why.
Yeah.
You're
like, F you guys. I don't give an F.
Well, my thing is that, first of all, it's like this stuff, like YouTube, I love it. I love interacting with all these people. That like people who are genuine, like wanting to be our friends. I love that. I love genuine people, and that's why I like all the people who comment on our Ask RNA pages, because it's like real genuine conversation, and I love it. But those people,
you guys are like the regulars who walk into our store.
Many layers, yes,
because we have regulars who come into our store pretty often.
Sit on the couch and just
buy a pack of strings, but then shoot the breeze.
And I love that.
Regulars, right? So that's what I
love it.
You guys who are regulars here, people who are watching right now.
Yeah.
Y'all are the regulars.
It's almost like a barber shop. Like we're all sitting around. It's almost like y'all are in here sitting at chairs getting your hair did, and we're all just talking around getting, a shave and a haircut. And I love that. I love that aspect of it. But the people outside like this that are just like passerbys, all they want to see is a wreck. They don't want to have a conversation.
Or they want to throw rocks.
They don't care who was in the wreck. They don't think, oh man, that person just lost a family member. They think, oh, look at that. Let's go by slowly and stare at this carnage. They don't care. They have no, attachment. And those people, I just, I don't like that. And so whenever they comment, those trolly, superficial type people comment, I'm just like, you fine.
Yeah.
Because the sun will come up. I will get paid, and I will enjoy the people who actually, converse. Even if it means disagreements. I have no problem with disagreements.
Coach Greg calls them mosquitoes. Yeah. He's like, you got mosquitoes. At some point, you're going to have mosquitoes. Sucking, He's like, just ignore them. Just friggin' ignore the mosquitoes, whatever.
Pop and flick.
I thought that was funny. It's like mosquitoes. He's like, he's not fazed by it. You're going to have, however big you get, or even if you're small, like we're not big, we're small, you're going to have some mosquitoes.
Yeah.
And the bigger you get, the more mosquitoes you're going to have.
That's right.
But also the more of the genuine folks.
Right. And I promise you will never, ever, because I'm the kind of person, I'm not going to say anything that's completely offensive where I know I'm intentionally hurting somebody because of my opinion. I'm not going to do that. It's just not my personality. But just giving your opinion does not warrant vulgarity and ugly, hateful attitudes. Having differences of an opinion does not warrant hatefulness. So, you will never catch me apologizing for my opinion.
You shouldn't have to.
Like, ever. And I can't stand it. Like, this is a culture now where they show the comment. I have to address this, you guys. I'm so sorry. Who are you talking to? Is that your husband? Is that your child? Is that your mama? Is it your daddy? Is it Jesus? Don't apologize to them. Baby girl, stop that.
Stop that mess.
Stop that mess.
Stop
because
that.
They are not paying your bills.
Yeah.
They are not going to keep you warm at night. They don't care. They don't care. They're just there to flick a match to some gasoline. That's all it is. And sometimes we do stick our foot in our mouth, but I don't do that. So I think about my words.
Yeah! There you go.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Give me, preach it.
All right, we're about to tell you something up in here. All right, that was the final question. Thank you, Topher Taylor. Now, just speaking of regulars, that's all who's left right now is the regulars.
I love you guys.
And
y'all are the best.
You guys know what's
Around.
up. You know what's up. You'll know what's coming next. Secret hashtag of the day. If you watch this entire video up to this point, that means you're watching it pretty much to the end. Hopefully get to the end. You never know. There might be a secret post-credit scene. You never know. Sometimes there is, sometimes there's not. You gotta watch to find out. But if you watch this entire thing, secret hashtag of the day, type it with your question and your comment down below, and we will know. That's our little secret code word to know that you guys watched all the way through. Secret hashtag of the day is hashtag Texas Worm.
I thought you were going to pop and flick.
Pop and flick. I don't know which one you want to do. Texas Worms? Texas Wormies?
Texas Worm, pop and flick.
That's a long one.
No, two hashtags.
Oh, so
hashtag.
there's the, yeah.
It's a double duty.
It's a double deuce.
Yeah.
Hashtag Texas Worm. Hashtag pop and flick.
There you go.
Double hashtags for you guys. Because y'all are legit. Because some of y'all pick up on some extra hashtags.
I love it. I love that y'all turn things that we say that you like into hashtags.
Y'all turn it. Y'all make one. I like hashtag mac and cheese quest.
Yes.
Extra legend status for Walking Dead. All right. You guys leave that down below. We'll know to watch the whole thing. Please, of course, ask a question for next week. And just put up a video today. So if you're watching this tomorrow, it's yesterday of our Washburn collection. Super long 40-minute video explaining our Washburn guitar collection.
That's right.
So hope you guys enjoyed that. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. We talk about why black guitars are better.
Black is better.
Black is better.
Black of the berry.
The blacker the guitar, the better the riffs. That's kind of how it goes. But go check that out, and we'll see y'all in the next video. Until then, keep the music alive.
Don't forget it.
We need the music? Because how does this even go? Keep the music alive.
Don't forget it.
What's next?
You threw off my groove. Now I can't remember. It's like,
keep the music alive.
Don't forget it.
The music needs you.
And you need the music.
And you need the music. And we need to keep it alive for the next generations of worm chasers and fishers. Horde of pigs. Horde of hogs. That should have been the one. Hashtag horde of hogs.
Flick.
I can't even remember our own secret language.
Lord have mercy.
Our own secret dialogue.
Yes.
All right. Thank you guys so much.
Music needs you, and you need the music.
And we need to keep it alive for the next generation.
That's right.
Poppin' flickers. Slapping poppers. Slapping the bass.
Pop and flick.
We'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.
Bye. We're gonna play us out with some Everybody I Like Is Dead.
Ooh. Okay.
I don't even remember it now. Don't work. It's too marchy. There you go. I remember it now. Everybody I like is dead. See, it's changed because I just made it up. Angela comes through again. Let's get those t-shirts poppin'. Poppin'. Poppin'.
Like it's hot.
Woo.
What? You tickled?
Yeah, I tickled. That tickled me.
I tickled you?
Yes.
Yeah, I do that sometimes.
Oh my gosh. Okay.